What's up,
guys?
Jatie Fit? Okay, so today's video, you guys wanted this video so much because you guys are always asking us questions about like health and stuff.
So today we are bringing you guys 10 healthy lifestyle slash like working out tips for you guys. Like kind of like beginner-y.
I wouldn't even say workout, I'd say health like eating tips.
Yeah, but like very beginner, very basic for you guys. And then if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and we can go more down the road.
Yeah, we can go a little more in depth, but these are gonna be more like just starting off. So let's start with the first one. And this is something that I always like to keep in mind. Okay, wait. First thing I have to say is, remember guys, we're not health experts. This is just things we like to do. So I don't know, if you're like iffy about something, definitely like research it. Like
use Google, like ask people around you.
Health and fitness is something that we're really into. And so like we like to like know a lot of what's going on and like what we put in our body. And that's why I think it's important. You guys should too. So do your research. Don't just watch this video, do some other research as well. Okay guys, the first tip is
what's it gonna be?
To have a healthy breakfast. I know it's really simple.
Bro, start the day off healthy, and it's so much easier to be consistent throughout the day, because like
I'm telling you, if I eat bad in the morning, I eat bad all day. And here's a little example of what's bad and what's good. Don't eat cereal. If you eat cereal, cut that out. Cereal is all sugar. Like most sugars are cereal. I mean, if you really like cereal and that's your thing, have it here and there, but really try and cut that out. I think a better breakfast would be like eggs, toast, eggs and toast.
You're trying to get all the nutrient groups. You need some protein in there, guys, to start your day off. And like we said, like once you get that healthy breakfast in, like you're already ready for a healthy lunch.
Okay, something I like to do in the morning too is I really like to have a protein drink. I don't like big breakfasts, but that's just me personally. Like if you need food in the morning, listen to your body. And
I need to eat all the time.
Yeah, he needs more food than I need, but sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I just want a protein drink. So I'll strictly just have a protein drink and that's it. And that's because that's all I want. You know, that's all like my body needs. But some people need more. Like maybe he'll have eggs, toast, avocado toast, like
you guys
bacon.
you don't have to do exactly what we do. You have to figure out what works best for you guys.
Everybody's body's different. And something I want to say too, because I know this is something that a lot of people do, is they'll drink protein drinks and they think that they're being healthy because it's protein, but a lot of healthy companies actually label their things like they kind of mislead you, if that makes sense. So here's an example. You make a protein shake, but then you're putting like a ton of peanut butter in, or you're putting like all these like ton of sugar, or like you can really go wrong on a protein drink.
You can make a protein drink. You can turn that in something healthy into almost like a burger and fries, like same amount of calories. But I feel like that's a little more advanced.
That's a little more advanced, but I just want to. The first thing is cut out things like cereal, or like sometimes breakfast bars aren't as that healthy.
Like unhealthy breakfast options.
Yeah, just try and go for what's good for you. Like I feel like eggs are always a good option. Like you cannot go wrong with an egg.
No, facts. Number 2, baby. What's it gonna be?
All right, guys. Number 2.
Yeah, our tip number 2 for you guys is don't be crazy strict. Like you need to, I know it kind of contradicts like what we're saying, I feel like, but.
No, not really, because this is something that I always struggled with, because I was always like, okay, I'm in a diet. Like
when I met her, she was like
crazy
the strictest. I was like, how do you do it? Like I can't even eat fries around you because like you might like go crazy.
No, that's a bad example.
Yeah, not really, but like.
Okay, so here's the thing is when you go crazy strict, you're cutting your body of things that's like, you crave sugar and it's okay for you to have sugar, it's okay. But when you go crazy strict, I feel like it leads to binge eating, and that's something I used to do. I used to be like, I'm not having any sugar for like a whole week, and I wouldn't do it.
Like then when you have it on that day, that one day,
then you eat too much and it's like you go crazy. So something I like to do, and I think it helps me so much, is I allow myself to have sugar, but in moderation. So like if there's a ton of cookies, I'll have a couple cookies. And sometimes you have those days where you eat more than you want to, but then some days you just like cut back.
Just remember though, like don't be crazy strict, and if you do like maybe mess up in the day and you eat something you didn't want to do, guys, guess what? Like tomorrow's a new day. Like or like right after that.
Don't wait for Monday.
You still have the rest of the day.
Don't wait for Monday.
Yeah, don't
correct it right away. Because people that always are like, oh, I'm gonna start my diet.
Well, next Monday, it's a new week. I'll start it. No, start it. If you're watching this video and you're like, oh, I'll start my diet tomorrow. No, now.
And don't. I hate it. I even kind of hate the word diet though. Like just try and make healthier choices. It's not
lifestyle.
Like I feel like I don't have a diet because I eat cookies. I eat ice cream. I eat this. Everyone thinks I'm on some crazy diet, but it's really I just am really concerned about
life. It's our lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's literally like when you say healthy lifestyle, it's just like that's what it means. Like you feel better about yourself, you feel more confident. Everything
just gets put into place, and I know it can seem really tough and hard at first, but a big part of finding out your diet is like kind of struggling with things. Like I feel like you slowly lean into it. All right, so let's go to the next tip. All right, tip number 3 is
this is a big one.
To always have healthy alternatives.
That's right.
So what does that mean? We're like,
I'm like, what's that mean? What that means, guys, is like, if I'm looking at my countertop right now and there's like Kit Kats, like just bad stuff sitting on the counter.
Like popcorn, if there's just stuff sitting on the counter, you're gonna grab it. So a healthy alternative, instead of having a ton of junk food, is to have like carrots in your fridge, or have like frozen grapes. I love that as a snack. Or like have like fruit cut up. I feel like it's really good to have food prepped as it's like snack food almost, like they're vegetables or fruit.
You just have something healthy to grab, like it's alternative. Like, you don't have to think twice about it, it's just right there, boom.
Because like sometimes I'll look in our fridge, and if I don't have like fruit that's even like cut up or ready to go, but I look in our fridge, I'm like, oh, we have like popcorn and cookies, I'm just gonna reach and grab a cookie because it's easier, you know what I'm saying? But if you have stuff that's like cut up, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna have these, it's already ready to go. So I feel like healthy alternatives are always the way. All right, guys, the next one is,
before we get to tip number 4 though, make sure you stay for tip number 10, because we're saving the best for last, guys. Stay till the end of the video. You guys want to know this one. It seems so basic, but so people forget this one. Like this is, but anyways, tip number 4. Go ahead, Katie.
Okay, the next one is to not have bad things in the house. And let me make sure you guys get this right. So some people, you're not an adult yet. You still live with your parents buy bad food, but maybe you could convince your mom to buy healthier food. And because the reason I think is, I mean, you can tell what.
I mean, like just temptations when you got pop sitting there, like right in front of your face. Like, why would you not? You're gonna grab like you're one of these days you're gonna be having a bad day. You're gonna cave in and you're gonna grab it and drink it, or you're gonna grab like something unhealthy. Like,
but something I like to do is like when we shop, it's like I like to get like healthy alternatives. Like we talked in the previous stuff. It's like I like Skinny Pop because I love popcorn. But instead of having like cookies,
nasty bad popcorn, like the really buttery gross stuff,
I'll get Skinny Pop. Or instead of having like cookies and stuff in there, it's like we only make cookies. We have ingredients to make cookies if we're really, you know,
so you gotta put in the extra
effort, you know?
Thick, you know, which we do. We do. But sorry. But all I was gonna say is like a lot of these like kind of correspond with each other. Like this one goes with the healthy alternatives, and also like prepare to fail to prepare, you know? So you have to prepare your stuff. Like they all go together, but
something I like to really think and keep in mind is when you're going shopping, or even if your mom's shopping, you could like help her if you guys want to change your diet or do whatever, is basically to whatever you put in your cart, that's what you're putting in your body. And it's so much easier because you're not eating it in that moment, but you're grabbing it and you're putting it in your cart. Eventually it's gonna be eaten. So like
it's easier to say no at the grocery store for sure.
Yeah, it's easier to say no at the grocery store rather than when it's in your house and you're already eating it, you know?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch always gets me. Like, can you relate? Like we'll be going through the aisle and like, just grab it. And we'll slap your hand like, no, don't grab it.
But you know what? I feel like we're at the point now with our diets to where we're really controlled, so we can buy things like that because Josh has self-control. But it's like if you were starting to eat healthy, that it would be easier just to not buy it.
Yeah, just to not have it there.
Or maybe just have it in like on special occasions. But like if you can, I don't know.
Which leads us to our next tip, guys. Protein bars are not always the healthiest, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there.
So that we said this a little bit earlier, but a lot of times healthy brands are misleading. They're not always like, okay, here's an example.
Well, maybe not even a brand, but like it says protein bar, so you instantly think it's a protein bar. It's healthy. I should eat that after I work out or in the morning. But then you look at the back and it's got like 100 carbs in it, or like.
So let me explain something that I used to do. So when I first started like my health journey and stuff, is like what I did is I would go to the gym, I would eat what I was normally eating, and then I'd on top of that add a Cliff Bar because I was like, oh my god, this is a protein bar. I'm being healthy. I'm gonna lose weight. If I eat 2 Cliff Bars in the day, then I'm gonna be healthy. It seems crazy, but that's the way I thought. And I was like, that's what I thought was healthy, but really I didn't realize that those have so many like carbs and sugars in them.
Exactly. Like, and it's not necessarily that that's bad for you, but like
it's not healthy.
Going with your diet, if like you eat that and you're like, I'm eating something on top of what I'm eating, and I think it's healthy.
You're just adding a lot
really
more.
Not,
yeah. And so like protein doesn't make you lose weight. Protein is supposed to be something where it's like if you have protein, you're like almost like replacing it with something.
Like a protein bar would be a good alternative to like, I want like popcorn. Like, maybe I'll just have a protein bar today. Like,
but some protein bars are definitely a lot healthier than others. I would say like RX bars are a lot healthier than a Cliff Bar. Cliff Bars have a ton of carbs. RX bars have like a lot. I mean, it literally says what's in it.
Just depends what you're going for. Like me, like my body burns a lot of carbs, so
he needs
that's
more
a little
carbs.
more in depth.
He's a guy trying to
need more carbs.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends. If you're a girl trying to get skinnier, you're a guy trying to get bigger, or even if you're a girl trying to get bigger and more muscular, then you're gonna need more protein.
Like we said, you gotta do what works for you, but you gotta use all these tips to figure out what works.
Okay, guys, this next one is something.
This is your personal favorite.
This is my personal favorite.
For real.
Is because watch out for salads. Okay, this is the biggest misconception when it comes to health. Is I feel like people are like, I was healthy. I ate a salad. This was salad.
me in like high school. I would have a salad and I'd pour half the bottle of ranch on it and be like, yo, I was healthy.
Yo, I had a salad.
I ate a salad.
Sometimes salads can be worse for you at restaurants than a freaking cheeseburger.
We've done the math on like the calories on them, and
a lot of times
my
they even say on the menu.
I'm eating good, and it's less calories than some of the salads.
So the reason is because a lot of times on salads, like the lettuce is healthy, but they put so many toppings in the dressing, and that's where it really gets you to the point where it's like, okay, wait, I could almost have a cheeseburger that's healthier.
Like you put a whole thing of ranch on there.
So my thing is, like, if you have a salad, make sure it's a really healthy salad, and like you can add toppings. Like I add toppings to my salad all the time, but sometimes it's just like you don't want to overkill it with toppings because then you're not really being healthy anymore. Exactly. It's just a full calorie salad, and that's another thing we'll get into. But like, don't really worry about the calories.
Yeah, it's just like just be aware of these things. Like if you dump a whole bottle of ranch, probably not the healthiest.
So this is something,
just like little tips for now.
Little changes can go a long way. So let's say you have a salad, and instead of putting ranch on it, try doing like a balsamic vinaigrette, or even just a vinaigrette, because vinaigrettes have like 5 calories, 10 calories, and you could like do as much as you want. But if you put ranch, then you could be adding it to like 400, 500 calories, depending on how much you put on.
Exactly.
It's crazy. I mean, it seems like so simple, but that little thing could make a huge difference.
All right, guys, our next tip is not to overeat. Now, these sound so simple, but I do it literally all the time. Like
honestly, you helped me with this a lot. So this is something I used to do, is even when I was eating healthy, it's like I felt like I constantly had to be snacking, and it's okay to snack. Let me like explain that. It's okay to snack, but something that I like to do, and I feel like it helps me, and you taught me this, is to eat a bigger meal. Don't worry about the calories as much in the meal. Like have bigger meals. So like what I would like to do is what we like to do is we like to have a small breakfast and have 2 big, like a big lunch and a big dinner. Like lots of protein.
Little snacks and healthy snacks in between. But like a lot of problems with overeating is like you'll go to a restaurant and you order like, it gives you like a portion for what you would think for yourself, but it's misleading because it's like, it could feed like 5 people.
It's true.
Like when we go out to eat at like Chipotle, like I get a lot of food, I eat it all, and I feel stuffed and gross. When we cook like a home cooked meal, like I eat just enough, like it's perfect, I feel lean and skinny after. But another big tip for overeating is, a lot of people don't know this, like when you're watching TV or you're sitting on your phone like texting, you actually tend to like eat a lot more.
You tend to overeat because you're being distracted. So, and this is something I was like this might be like, I don't know what your religion is or whatever, but like it even says this in the Bible, is like the whole point of humans being able, like the fact that we need to eat 3 times a day, because like why wouldn't God make us where we just need to eat like once a week? The reason is because it's like you're supposed to be interacting with other humans and talking, so I feel like it's good to like just talk to people and eat
I agree.
And like socialize in that time.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
Alright guys, this next one is very important.
Is
and
this tip 10?
No,
we got 9, okay.
So, the next one is to not count your calories. However, hear me out. Some people it's good for, some people like to count their macros. That's a little more advanced.
Again, we're gonna say this the whole freaking video. You gotta find what works for you. Like, there are people out there that counting their calories or macros has changed their life, and that's awesome. But it's not for everybody.
Let me explain what it did for me though. This is kind of like, I feel like when I was getting into health fitness, I was like counting my calories. I was like, if I eat under this amount of calories, then I'll be skinny. And it doesn't work like that. I feel like and this is why I don't like it, is because it led me down to the fact where it was like almost like kind of developing a little bit of an eating disorder, because my mind was so focused on what I was eating. It made me hungry. I was like, I can't have this, I can't have that, because I have to stay on my calories. It made my life revolve around food.
Right.
When like it shouldn't be like that. Like food shouldn't control your life. And so I feel like if you're ever at the point where you're trying to eat healthy and food's controlling your life, you need to stop, take a step back, and change something.
Like
because
you
that's
eat
not good.
food, for food is fuel. Like it's like putting gas in your car. Like a body, you need it. That's why you want to put healthy, like you want to put the right stuff into your body, you know?
And you shouldn't be thinking about it all day. So I really think, especially since I know we have a lot of younger people watching too, is to not count your calories, but more so be aware of what you're putting in your body and make sure it's healthy. You know, if you're putting stuff in, and listen to your body. That's another tip, is listen to your body, because I think if you're listening to your body, when you eat cereal, how do you feel?
I feel heavy, like sluggish, like
what about when you eat ice
cream?
cream?
Oh my god.
Like
my stomach hurts, everything. It tastes good for 5 seconds, and then right after I'm like, oh.
Rather than when you have like a healthy meal after, you're like,
I eat some like oranges for like a little nice snack. I'm like, I feel good. I'm like, that was refreshing, yummy.
Yeah, so I think it's just don't count your calories and really listen to how your body's like feeling when you eat certain foods, because I feel like that helps a lot.
I don't think y'all are ready for tip number 10 though. Lay it on them, Cave.
No, you tell them.
You want me to? Alright guys, simplest tip out there. one of our favorites I know
Oh,
is
yeah.
drink a lot of water. Like, y'all look thirsty, drink some water, baby.
And not only drinking water, but this is something a lot of people do, is like they're like, I ate so healthy and I did this and that, like I had salad, I had this, I had that, and then you see them, they're drinking pop all day, or they're drinking soda, pop, whatever,
Soda
Michigan
pop.
thing. They're drinking pop and soda all day long, or they're drinking like Frappuccinos. Huge tip.
Guys.
Don't drink your calories.
Right.
And I know I just said don't count your calories, but you're still supposed to be aware of how much you're eating.
Right.
So don't drink a meal. Like,
Right, I mean, water in general, you'll feel so much better when you're drinking a lot of water throughout the day. Like we personally, like for our body types,
good for
are
your
supposed
skin,
to drink around
it's good
like
for your hair, your
a
nails.
gallon of water a day.
Yeah.
So we drink like 2 of our JD jugs equals a gallon, so that's just like the way we do it.
If you guys
2 of those.
if you guys don't have a JD jug, that's okay. You can still
They're
drink
coming
a ton
soon.
of water.
New ones are coming
New
soon.
ones are coming soon. We're sold out right now.
Had to plug it.
I'm so excited for those. I actually really, like, that has gotta be one of my favorite products because it helps me
Facts.
so much drink my water, get my water intake, and
You don't even think twice about it.
no, because like I have a goal. I'm like, I have to finish 2 of these today, and if I don't, then I know that's why I don't feel good because I didn't drink enough water.
And also with that being said though, because I know she said like not to drink your calories and stuff, guys, you have to like give yourself a break though, like because I enjoy like once a week a Diet Coke with like a meal, and because I don't know why I like
And
it.
here's another thing. You might look at things and be like, oh, well, Diet Coke doesn't have calories. It doesn't. However, the reason Diet Coke's bad for you is because it has aspartame in it, and that can lead to other things like cancer and like stuff like that. So there's a ton of stuff that goes on when it comes to health. So I know it can seem confusing, but I think it's just like,
guys.
we got you. We're gonna make more tips because like I feel like we have done a lot of research on stuff like this.
We also, if you stayed and watched the video this long, we appreciate you guys. And for that, we have a bonus tip for you guys that I thought was on the list, but maybe it wasn't, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. Is not to weigh yourself every freaking day. Like, please. For the love of God, don't weigh yourself every day.
People do this all the time.
Like when you're trying, I hear people that like will never weigh themselves and then they go on a diet or they start trying to lose weight and every day they step on the scale. I lost a pound, or I gained a pound, I this and that.
And
like,
also
it's
it
okay
becomes-
if you do that. It's
it
okay,
becomes
but
an unhealthy obsession, I think, too. It's because everyone gets so, I mean, I did this. I'm speaking from like personal experience. I used to step on the scale and be like, I have to be this number because that's when I'm the skinniest.
and it
I
ruins your day
actually,
when you're not.
when I was eating like crazy healthy and now I have more like a healthy lifestyle, I think I weigh more, but I feel so much better, so much leaner. No, wait, actually I think I weigh less.
Now you weigh more because you have more muscle.
But I have less body fat and I feel so
Less
much
body
leaner.
fat weighs more though.
Yeah, and a big thing for that is because I was so fixed on a number, and it was almost like if I wasn't at that number, then I wasn't okay with how I was.
I mean, if you want to get super crazy for like 5 seconds, like how much you weigh doesn't matter. It's how much body fat you have. It's really the number that if you're really trying to lose weight and stuff, that's what you should worry about. But like we won't really get into that.
No, because I think the most important thing is like, do you look in the mirror and are you happy? Like if you are happy with your body, then that's where you want to be at. It doesn't matter about a number on the scale because I weigh a ton compared to short girls because I'm tall. Like I carry more weight because I have more bones. Like I'm longer, you know what I'm saying? So like don't worry about a number on the scale. Don't weigh yourself. If you're actually trying to lose weight, then go ahead and weigh yourself.
Like once a
Then
week.
give yourself a couple weeks. I'd say give yourself a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean like
Because even like
it's
people I know would do this is they would weigh themselves 2 days later, they'd weigh themselves again and they'd go up 2 pounds. And they could be losing weight, but the problem is if you drank a ton of water, there's water weight.
Facts. Like,
your body fluctuates.
I could weigh 200 pounds right now on the scale and then chug some water and I'm gonna weigh more.
You're gonna weigh like 205.
There's so much stuff that fluctuates your weight, so like it
If you go
depends
poop or what.
when you're weighing yourself, like during the day and like all this nonsense, so like don't worry about that too much.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it.
Alright guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. Give it a thumbs up if you guys want more
Subscribe,
like
click
healthy
notification
eating
bell, you know
tips
what to do.
and stuff like that. We love you guys. Make sure you guys check out Jatie Fit on Instagram. Also shop Jatie Fit clothing. We're gonna have a big launch coming soon. We're having new leggings come. We're gonna have new spandex.
Sport jugs.
It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be awesome. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.